All right, thank you, Marv. Somebody on this panel once said, Chuckster,
this is going to be a great series. We're going to go to L.A. and win, then we're going to go back to Denver and win, then we're going to go to L.A. and win, and people are going to say this was a great series.
It should have said
Paul Westphal said it.
Three.
Set him up, Bernie.
No, man.
Way to set him up, Ernie. Stop being a hater. Hater, I don't drink Haterade like you do.
You are on the mark, Sir Charles. Inside's coming up. All the highlights. Shacked in a Fool, playoff edition. Don't you go anywhere.
Chuckstradamus. Ha, Chuckstradamus.
We're on the air. We got ourselves a Game 7 on Saturday night at Staples Center in Los Angeles because down 3-1, the Denver Nuggets have won the next two to tie things up tonight. A demolition in Denver, 113-96, and it wasn't that close. Welcome to Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai. Ernie Johnson with the doctor, Shaquille O'Neal, with Charles Barkley,
a.k.a. Chuckstradamus,
with Kenny the Jet Smith. I would ask how surprised you are that we're here, but Chuck, you're not.
Two things, and I said it at halftime. In a 7-game series when teams are comparable, like sometimes one team is just better than the other, strategy matters. And I think with bench wins you one game, and coaching can win you one game. I think the Nuggets bench is everybody knows them, the Nuggets bench is much better. And I think George Karl is a better coach. No disrespect to Coach Brown.
Let me stop you right there because we want to hear George Karl live post-game thoughts.
He is so big. And we're just trying to keep penetration out of the game. And when Gasol does touch it, we don't want him to be a playmaker. You know, we don't want him to get like a 7-assist game or something like that. We want him to be a scorer, and we're sloughing on him. We're not necessarily doubling him, but on dribbles. I mean, we're zoning it up pretty good on their three best players. There are different reads for all three of them, but I thought the guys just carried out it with intensity and aggressiveness and energy, and there's no way I thought what happened tonight was going to happen.
Did you talk
Go ahead.
Ty Lawson's 3 quarters out there? Where does that stand up with the great point guard performances you've seen?
Ty and I always joke about how our Carolina careers and how he played always really big in big games, and this was a big game, biggest game probably he's ever played in. Tomorrow and Saturday it'll be bigger, and that's what's fun about playoff basketball. Kill that guy for a dime day, but Ty, he had his shooting coach come in, which I think we showed on film how he was shooting the ball more flat than up, and making his first couple shots, he has that confidence, and making the 3-ball. I thought the two things that were vastly different tonight was our passing and our 3-ball. We had a lot of playmaking from Gallo and Aaron and guys making good basketball plays along with Ty and Andre. And our defense was pretty strong until the end. When the game was out of hand, I thought we didn't do very well, but this game belongs to the players, belongs to Ty, it belongs to Gallo, it belongs to Corey Brewer. I'm so happy. I told Corey at halftime that I screwed him. I thought he played great in the first half and didn't play him. I should have played him more minutes, but I wanted to get Ty back in the game, and then his beginning of his fourth quarter was a tremendous gift to a coach. I mean, he made the game easy. So.
What a night for George Karl and the Nuggets. Meantime, Kobe Bryant, sick all day, didn't go to shoot around.
Well, he went 6 tonight.
No, he had a 31
Ty Lawson, man. Hey, listen, get that coach a job, that shooting coach who flew in, because Ty Lawson was on fire.
They jump out 13-0 in this game. They jump out 23-8. Lawson picked a great time for his first 30-point game of the season. He had 32. Right now, Lakers getting themselves back in the game.
Back in the game when they switched off and put Kobe Bryant on Andre Miller, they started getting some easy baskets, slowed the Denver Nuggets down, but it wasn't slowed enough because Ty Lawson came back into the game.
Not a huge night for JaVale McGee, nothing by comparison to what he has been doing. Pam, his mom, liking that. Third quarter, and they start out 9-0, another jackrabbit start to a half. And watch this, the Manimal clobbered.
Ernie, that should have been an ejection. That was a flagrant foul right there. That should have been a flagrant 2.
A flagrant 1 is called on Kobe as he and Matt Barnes.
That should have been an ejection right there.
It did not slow Denver down.
It made Denver go crazy.
I think Denver did a great job of gaining the lead, keeping their composure, not getting too happy, not celebrating too early, and putting a booty whipping on them.
Bryant, turnaround, 20-point game.
He was the only guy who actually was in rhythm offensively. The rest, I don't know, Bynum and Gasol was just, you know, they were still back in L.A. They never made this trip.
The beat goes on for Ty Lawson.
And the beat goes on. Maybe that song could.
Oh, that's going. Wait.
They should put a hand up on them, you think?
It's too late now.
Yeah, the house is already burned down.
The house is burning.
Just got to get out.
Just got to get out.
Uh-oh.
And there is Corey Brewer and the Denver celebration continuing. Oh, that is.
Man.
What is this?
One of those telltale bench shots.
Ridiculous. What is this, Chucky?
You know, if you do give George Karl credit, he is making sure. I think he looks at it like, I can't let Andrew Bynum get going. He doubles him quickly. He doesn't double Pau Gasol, but when Andrew Bynum gets the ball at the post, he goes and gets it out of his hand. And so good George. I guess George feel like he's the guy we can't let go crazy.
And if you've been watching the association early in the year, George Karl told Ty Lawson, I want you to be a scorer. He's been saying that to him all year. And today he had a fabulous game.
Bynum has 11 points, 16 rebounds, 4 of 11 shooting. You see the night for Ty Lawson.
Best point guard in North Carolina history.
Just a career.
You can have that
night
title
for
right
him.
Chuck, I would like to commend you on your bench comments because bench points this series, Denver 246, LA Lakers 112.
Wow.
Well, tell me about Bynum and Pau Gasol tonight. Bynum goes 4 for 11. Pau goes 1 for 10. 3 points and 3 rebounds. Where were they?
I don't know where they were, but they have the championship experience. But when you're part of a 1-2 punch, in this case a 1-2-3 punch, when playoff time comes around, your numbers have to go up at least 5 to 10 points, and they have to dominate the game. And tonight, you know, they are not playing big. And, you know, me and Kenny bragged about how big they are, but playing against Denver, now they look evenly matched.
Where were they, Kenny?
I'm just going back to that shot. I can't understand how in a Game 6, like a guy could be that disassociated with the team. To me, basketball is about investment. When you give an investment into something, then when it's time to make a withdrawal, it's already there. You've already invested that you're not part of this. So when you're trying to make a withdrawal when the game is on the line and everything is, when it really means something, you haven't been there. You haven't been there in the moments when you're getting blown out. You're going to disinvest yourself from it. So why would you be invested when it goes? You can't withdraw. You never made the investment. So to me, watching a guy, that is why they lost tonight, because you're mentally not there. You're still in L.A. or wherever your mind was, that you're not there in the game. And that, to me, I would hate to say it, but I wouldn't want to play with a guy like that. I wouldn't want to play with a guy doing things.
Well,
like
what's
that.
frustrating for me, if I was a Laker, if I was Pau Gasol and Andrew Bynum, I would have said to myself, hey, our man is sick. We're going to get it done tonight. That's the thing. Like, the Lakers didn't compete tonight. But if I'm a Laker fan, I'm saying, wow, Kobe Bryant's got the flu. I would think my two best players said, hey, you know what? We're going to go out there and we're going to kick some butt tonight because our best player has the flu.
Bynum has done a great job offensively in turning his game around and working on his basketball game. And the last part of the component of being a great player is not the skill level. It's what these guys have done mentally. When Shaquille O'Neal played in the NBA and when Charles Barkley played in the NBA, they had great ability. They had more ability than a lot of players. But their fortitude and their mental toughness made them different. That made them superstars, not their skill.
Yeah, hey, we're looking at a Game 7 now, and you all have been there. No Denver player has played in a Game 7. Is that a factor?
No,
on Saturday night?
because their last two games been Game 7s. You know, Ty Lawson said.
Yeah, I mean, not.
Yeah, no.
I know what you mean because these have been elimination games.
Yeah, they've both been elimination games. But let me tell you something.
Is there a different feel when it is an actual
first of all,
Game 7?
No, you just can't sleep and eat. You know, you can't listen. It ain't the fact that you're scared. You just like, can we please? There's a long 48 hours, and you are so hyper, and I always get this to guys like this guy telling me it's just another game. Quit lying. You are really hyper. You're ready to go, but it ain't a scared, Ernie. It's an excitement. You can't wait to get out there.
Let's Andrew Bynum with a.
This could be interesting.
Yeah, let's hear his comments live in Denver.
Coming out, been playing hard. We got to match. Excuse me. We got to match their intensity.
Andrew, this is a very experienced team. What reason would you give for not coming out and being ready?
I mean, it's not that we're not ready. It's just that we have to play with their kind of intensity. You know, they're coming out and trying to, kick our butts. So, which they're doing, and we're not answering it.
Why aren't you answering it, and why aren't you coming out with that intensity?
We need to figure that out for Game 7.
When you came out of the game decided, you looked like a lonely figure down at the end of the bench. What were your thoughts?
It's just tough. Just looking at these baskets these guys are making. And basically they're just playing hard, and they're all playing with kind of a park swag and making a lot of shots. So our energy has to pick up. Defensively we got to want to stop guys. That's it.
At those points, you think you should be in the huddle?
This game in particular, I was just kind of in amazement, looking at the types of shots they were hitting. I don't know. I didn't play in the fourth. Kind of sucks.
Drew, what's happened to your defense? This year, you guys were a really good defensive team. You just gave up 113 points. What's going on defensively?
Well, this team is attacking and they're just coming off and knocking shots down, man. That's really it. Offensively, obviously, doubles and triple teams, kicking it out. And we're just not getting what we need.
How will you prepare for Game 7, and will you be ready?
We'll watch this film and talk about ways, to combat how they're making us play offense right now. The game is being won on defense. They're playing kind of a much more aggressive, much more dare you type of defense, and we're not responding or respecting it.
Thanks a lot. Back to you, Jay.
All right, thank you very much, Segs. Okay, Shaq. I'm Andrew Bynum. And you and I are alone in this room, and your message to me, you're looking at me, Shaq, and telling me what, as a player and as a teammate on that team heading into Game 7?
I'm going to say, big dog, luckily for you, you have 2 rings as a Laker. Sometimes they say you're great. Sometimes they say you're not. But when Mr. Bryant leaves, possibly this is going to be your team. So you need to learn how to be a leader now. The younger guys, all the younger big men in the league, they're looking up to you. And what you did right there was selfish. And you're not playing. 4 points and 16 rebounds, not good enough. If you want to be up there next to Kareem and Wilt and maybe Shaq one day, it ain't good enough. If you think it's good enough, look at their numbers. I know you got 2 championships, but, hey, you're supposed to have 3, you're supposed to have 4. And, again, as a big man, if we lose this game, it ain't the guard's fault. It ain't Powell's fault. It ain't Sessions' fault. It's your fault because you're supposed to be the next great one.
There you go. See if that message would sink in. Mike Brown, meantime, his post-game comments in a